He's got to go in the top five, 100%.
I think honestly,
I think
I put him at number two for me. I
two.
mean, I think he's solid. I mean, I played with him like
Yeah, what was he?
not super long ago, but he was actually a really good teammate. So I was pretty impressed by him overall.
Well, I'd say off of accolades alone, he's probably somewhere around the 6 through 10 range. I'd probably
Yeah,
put him at I'd probably put him at 7 or 8 personally. What do you
yeah.
think?
I was thinking more like 7-6, but yeah, I think like that range is pretty
Yeah.
fair overall.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna add him to mine at 7 here.
I'm gonna put him at 6 for mine.
Okay. Ethan. Honestly, Ethan was really good in my opinion on the EG roster and a few of his other ones. So he's definitely
So
in the 6 to 10 for me.
yeah, I mean,
I'm not sure.
I mean, when I was still kind of coming up in the scene, but I always heard that he actually had a big voice in that team. So
Yeah.
I'd probably throw him around 9, honestly.
Um. Yeah, I'll put him. I'll probably put him at 8. Honestly. Sky. Well, he's technically like NA's best hopper for a while, and he won the major, so that has to put him up there somewhere. But it's like if we have Ethan at like 8 and 9, and he didn't win a major, then we should put Scott maybe above, or I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Mm.
obviously Ska is definitely like the best hopper in NA at one point, but I mean, I played with him pretty recently, and I mean, he was definitely when he was getting back in the swing of things, he was actually looking pretty good, and he was improving pretty cool fast, and
Yeah,
he could definitely play at a decent level if he were to come back in the game. Dipped his
yeah,
toes in
that's what I
pro
was
yet,
thinking too. Yeah,
but
but
he
I have to put
could
him at
be really
9.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with
Honestly,
that.
I'll put him at 10 because I think there's some other ones that
I'll do the same because there's probably someone else we're missing. That's 6 to 9.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
Keith.
I mean,
He's got to go in the top five, 100%.
I think he's like probably
I
like
think
I think honestly
I think
I put him at number 2 for me. I th
2.
Yeah,
Really? I'd put him
yeah.
at 3 for my list.
I put him at
But
2
yeah,
because
he's really good.
I feel like he's been consistently the best for or like top like our performance wise like for like the last like how many years overall like
Yeah.
honestly. I feel like a lot of people sleep on him though.
Ooh, Nitro. I mean, Nitro's still playing right now, still to keep that in mind. But I think even back then, he was so good still and a really good captain. So I think based off him winning a Grand Slam and stuff, he's probably gonna be in my top 5. I don't know about you, Danny.
I mean, I think he's definitely like pretty far up there. I'm thinking I don't know why, but I'm feeling like the 7th spot. But that's just
7 star?
I think Rush has the major, and I put him at 6. So like he doesn't
Yeah.
have the major, which I think Grand Slam is just like is pretty impressive too. But also he's still playing now, and he's actually doing pretty well.
Yeah.
So I think the names above him are in that same like range though too. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I'll put up one at 7.
7?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm gonna do 5 for me. Or actually, I'll do 6. Let me do 6. Yeah, that's good with me. Ooh, Vince.
Uh, I mean,
Oh,
I know he's no longer on the NRG, but I mean, he's been around for so long, and he's always been playing at the top for in NA.
yeah.
I feel like the past past couple years, he like overall been a little bit more of a downward trend, but I mean, he's still been performing pretty well over his whole career. So I think he'd be like a solid like 8 spot for me.
Solid 8. Okay. Yeah, I think he has to be around there for me. I only have that number 9 spot open, so I'll put Breeze there.
Yeah.
It's good with me. Ooh,
I'm putting him
Damon.
at. I think I got him at 3 for sure. 3.
3?
Yeah,
Yeah, you have Keith over him now.
yeah. I think 3 just because um I mean I think Naf's just been playing
Mm.
better on like the Liquid roster overall, and he's been more impactful. But also that's just with the IG
Yeah, it's
going
just
thing
hard
now.
because the rest has won a major as well.
Yeah,
and 2 Grand Slams. So I mean, that alone, I'm gonna put him at 2, I think, for my list. But
That's
I
true.
mean,
Yeah.
three's not bad either, obviously. Ooh,
Ooh.
old school good captain. Um, well, I'm not sure if he can be in the top 10 personally, but I
Nah.
think he did a lot back then. It's just like, he's kind of been retired for a while now, compared to some of the other players on this list that are still playing and competing in other games as well, not even just CS. So, um, I'll probably have to put him around 12, I'd say, for me. What are your
I'm
thoughts?
thinking 13. Like I mean,
Fifteen?
I wasn't really around when like he was like calling a lot and
Yeah.
stuff. So it's hard to grasp. But, like from like what I remember, like he was obviously a good caller, but he hasn't been around for so long. So it's like really hard. Like a lot of the list is still honestly actively playing or has played
Yeah,
recently.
that's what I'm
So
thinking too.
it's really
Yeah.
tough.
Eric.
I think
Ooh.
I think if he was playing right now, I think he'd actually be pretty good overall.
Yeah, I honestly would have Tarek in my top 5 just because he was so good for so long and was the
Yeah.
MVP of that major run. Um, and he was just really good in general, in my opinion. I always like playing against him. So for me, he's gonna go in my 5 slot here.
I think I'm probably gonna. Oh,
It's
trying to think.
tough.
I know, cause like I don't want
I don't know if
to.
I should put him at 4 actually.
I feel it's like it's such a weird spot because he hasn't played in so long. There's like other names
Mm.
I've still like I guess played more recently. So like I'm between like I don't want to put him like too far up or too far like too far like down. But I think I'm gonna put him at 11 just because I think there's other people that are coming around and I think like him, Scott, and Ethan are actually like all kind of similar in the sense of like not really playing super like not really playing at
Yeah,
all. So like they can all be in the same area.
that's
So
fair.
I'll put him at 11, even though I think he could be definitely higher if he was playing.
Ooh, damn. Still got used too many of my spots here at the top. Running out of places to put people.
So I
Yeah.
mean I played Sim 2 for a little bit, but I think I think overall he's been like pretty good. I think he's been playing. Yeah, he hasn't been playing recently, but for the longest time he's been overall good. So I'll put him at 5.
Okay, it's not bad. Yeah, like I'd honestly put Tim at like 5 or 6, but I've obviously used those already, so I can't reuse it. So I'm have to put him at 11. But he could definitely be higher. That's just what I gotta do
Yeah,
on this list. Same
that's
the
all.
man.
I'll have to go with
You played with
12.
him.
Yeah, I'll have to go with 12. I
You
mean,
played with like everyone.
yeah, I know. I'll go with 12 just because I think, I mean, I don't think he should be at the bottom, but
Yeah,
he could definitely be a little bit higher because he's played like definitely, he's still playing. He's actually doing pretty well. So I think it's just unfortunate that, some of the other names are
yeah.
already
I'll
there,
put
but
him.
he definitely could be like an easy like 7 or 8 now in North America for
I think so.
like goats.
Especially because like yeah, he like basically made the wild card roster like do really good to major, and they're still doing pretty decent. So he made a good comeback after he had nothing to go with. Basically, he was playing in advance. So
Yeah,
I'd definitely put him higher at 13 on my list. I'm just running out of room.
I was on that advanced roster.
Yeah, I remember. Ooh,
So I'll put him at 4, just
yeah.
because he came back and won IEM Dallas, so he deserves it.
That's insane. He did that. I honestly forgot.
That's like
Jesus.
literally like that's like probably like the only big reason because I mean the EG roster was like kind of like a whole it did not go well,
Yeah. I mean,
but
even I feel like excluding the EG roster, even I'd keep him in my top 4 just because he won the Grand Slam and the major. He's one of NA's only players to do that.
yeah,
So I'd have him in there just off that alone. But yeah,
yeah,
top 4 is a good spot for me for him.
yeah. I think 4 is perfect.
Li Jiao. Yeah, no, Leash has to be number 1. He's just like been mechanically like the best in NA for like basically since he started playing, I'd say. So he's got to be up there for me.
Yeah, I mean I'm in agreement. I think that he definitely is number 1. I don't think there's like I think there's definitely some close ones that could be switched out, but
Yeah,
in my opinion, I think he's number 1.
like you could argue Twist is better than him because of the 2 Grand Slams and major and stuff, but I'd say mechanically Leash is just on top. He's been on
Yeah.
top for a while
Well,
now.
doesn't he have like a Grand Slam too, or because he was on
Yeah,
that
he
one Dallas, right?
does.
Yeah.
He does, yeah. He's a grandson. Stroud. Oh man.
Yeah, he's at 14.
Oh
I think that's pretty. I think that's pretty fair. I don't think he's like last, but I think he's like had a pretty big influence on
yeah.
like the game overall.
I feel like he has, yeah. But he's I wouldn't say he's like too crazy up there. I know some people are diehard Shroud fans, but
Yeah,
I'd say like yeah, 14 or 15 for me is around there.
I feel.
Maybe you could argue he's going 12 or 13, but I don't think so.
I
Ooh,
actually just played a play
yeah,
with
I
him
mean,
today,
that's funny.
but
I'd say
he's
this spot is where he should be, somewhere around
yeah.
here.
I think that's pretty good overall.
I'd say so. I mean, I just remember him using the giant crosshair back in the day. Him and
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think Shroud used that one.
I think it's a. I think him being at 15, it's pretty solid, and with
Yeah.
all the names above him. Head over to fce.gg/ESEA-complexity to register for ESEA League Season 53 and get a 10% discount. Signups end April 2nd.